Yeah, wagwan YouTube massive. Sasuke Uchiha here, wagwan. So, of course, with today's video, I'm taking one of those rare, and I mean rare opportunities to talk about the Boruto Naruto Next Generations anime. Of course, if you love the content here, the discussions I do on Boruto, please be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all the help that I get on this channel, you know, journey to 1,000 subs and more, yada yada yada. But yeah, let's get right into it. So, like the information had specified that's been coming out over the last week, few weeks or so. Boruto Naruto Next Generations episode 120 marks the start of a new arc that sees the involvement of like Urashiki, Otsutsuki, Sasuke, Gaara, Shukaku, Toneri to a limited extent, kind of indirectly through his puppets and all the works. Of course, for the longest while, for the Boruto Naruto Next Generations anime, which is part of the reason why I don't talk about it often, is that even though most of the content is quote-unquote canon, for the most part, it does feel like filler and unimportant stuff, which doesn't really contribute to the epicness and the hype and overall plot that is taking place in the manga right now. Not saying that it doesn't have its place, but I mean, for the most part, no one would really disagree with me to say that, yo, the Boruto anime doesn't really feel that important. But with episode 120, we're presented with the start of a very interesting arc, which I'm sure is going to catch the attention of a lot of persons. And I'm pretty sure a lot of persons as well would have said, well, probably stated that, you know, if not the manga content, at least content like this would help us stay interested in the Boruto Naruto Next Generations anime. Now, episode 120, I'm not going to really call this a review, just kind of giving a discussion. I'll probably talk about the episodes for this arc every week if you guys want me to review it, but I'm not gonna call this specific video a review. Episode 120, for the most part, it was okay for the first 3 quarters, give or take, and the part which I'm pretty sure a lot of us, including me, was really looking forward to only came at the end as a cliffhanger. So episode 120 kind of sees Boruto essentially trying to locate and catch up with Sasuke so he can start or resume his training with him. That's the basic premise for the episode for the most part. And by the end of the episode, we see Sasuke and Gaara confronting Urashiki Otsutsuki in the Sand Village, or at least in the Land of Wind, where we have Urashiki essentially using the puppets that Toneri had, or he was making use of in the last Naruto the movie, and fighting against Sasuke and Gaara, who based on the next episode preview seem to be trying to protect Shukaku. Now, what I'll say is that it's an interesting setup. I'm honestly interested in seeing how the arc plays out. But I'll probably mention this again in the next video I have planned in terms of when I feel the anime should start adapting the manga. But I feel that this should be the last arc before they get into the manga stuff. This should be like call it a 20 episode arc. I feel like they could flesh out enough content to make it 20 episodes, give or take. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now let's talk about the last scene, because that's the real meat of the matter. I mean, you could watch the episode for yourself, but the end sequence where we have Sasuke going up against Urashiki, honestly, when I saw the flames of Amaterasu towards the end, and then we saw Sasuke, it was like a breath of fresh air. Like, finally it feels like the anime like in that moment it felt like the anime was like, oh, we jumped to I don't give a shit to, oh wow, shit, I need to see what's going on. And that's definitely a good thing. Now I don't know how I feel about Sasuke being supported by Gaara. I mean, Gaara is powerful, but Gaara is not really on par with Sasuke, you know what I mean. But the point is, I'm wondering what Urashiki really and truly, what's his main objective here in the Land of Wind. Obviously he plans to absorb and taste a variety of chakra, and by the end of this episode we see that he's actually managed to absorb Sasuke's chakra, which I'm wondering if that's gonna allow him to use some of Sasuke's techniques or whatever the case may be. Now, by the end of the episode as well, we see Urashiki activating his Rinnegan, double Rinnegan, and sending Sasuke to another dimension, which shouldn't be that big of a, well, no, I was gonna say it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but considering that his chakras have been absorbed, he'd have to wait a while to recover, and then, you know, transport himself back to this dimension. But all I can say is I'm definitely interested in this arc going forward and seeing what's gonna happen. I'd love to know what you guys thought about the episode. For the most part, the first 3 quarters with Boruto trying to get to the land of wind was okay, I suppose. And it kind of leads me to my next point in, you know, kind of just backing up my statement of I feel that this should be the last arc that occurs before they adapt the manga. You see, the problem with kind of prolonging the adaptation of the manga at this point is this really. There's only so much they can do. There's only so much development and interactions with other characters Boruto can have before it starts feeling repetitive. You know, it kind of feels like lessons that Boruto would have learned or seen or experienced that should have contributed to his growth as a character. It's not, doesn't feel like it's being reflected in his actions going forward in these current arcs, and the reason for that is because with the manga coming up, those experiences and that development and growth, it can't really be showcased, or at least until we get to the manga stuff. So it kind of makes Boruto as a character and the rest of the characters kind of be in this kind of loop of, you know, yeah, they experience this and this and this, and even though it's not highlighted, but to a degree you'd think as a character they'd operate differently based on their experiences, but that never really happens. So I feel with this arc really needs to be the last arc before we get into it and we just move forward. So hopefully by 2020, because if we go say 20 episodes, what's what, 4 months give or take, September, October, November, December. Hopefully by 2020, after this arc, we probably have some in between episodes, and then we can just get into the manga stuff. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys think and what are your expectations for this arc with Urashiki Otsutsuki. Of course, they haven't mentioned Urashiki in the mangas yet, so there may be a good chance that Urashiki might die in this arc. Maybe, I don't know. But let's wait and see. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. This is just me giving my, I guess, thoughts on the start of the arc and all of that jazz and blues. But yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, share out, whatever you guys do. I'll see you guys in the next one.